Hello.
Hello. Nice to see your shining camera lens faces.
I'm not used to looking at the camera when I'm speaking.
Yeah, it's a new thing.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 57.
57.
Of the RollSlayers podcast. Before we
Correct.
play tonight, Jeremy and John and probably me have some words to say in this sequence.
Yeah, so listen. Listen real close. If you like...
I can't. Anytime you say anything related to your ad pitch, it just kills me. I don't know why at this point.
If you like to keep your players in as much suspense as you're in right now, waiting for me to say whatever the heck I'm going to say, then you should use Sirenscape.com. Play with the sliders. They are the slider kings, and they will make your game better. And your players will thank you for it. In addition, there is BeyondSkyrim.org. Dramatic music with swells and strings and boom booms. It is riveting, and it really will throw your players right into the mix. So play that in the background of your games. Why don't you? Also, we use Celestial Aeon Project for some things, and we've Critical Roles, Scanlan Short Halt Music. Welcome to Taldore. They have some really great stuff that you could play behind that we sometimes use as well. So check those out. If you want to see a list of all of our partners, go to rollslayers.com/partners.
Thanks, Jeremy.
I just realized that talking about your morning routine, like that's what I did in my 20s. I'm turning into Cyrus now. I apologize. Yeah, my most recent trip to Taco Bell, I told them in the drive-thru, I want a Mexican pizza and one beefy burrito. I forget what it's called. And a Baja Blast. Make that 2 beefy burritos. Tell them I'm a hungry man. And pull up to the window, and they're all cracking up. All the line cooks. They're like, "That's the hungry man over there." I'm turning into Cyrus. I need to stop myself before I go all the way.
It always starts as sort of like an ironic joke.
Yeah.
And then that irony that you're using actually becomes part of your own mannerisms.
It's
That's
true.
what I found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for instance, when I was a sheepish young boy in high school, not knowing how to get along because I was extremely awkward, I started like kind of sarcastically making jokes, like pretending to make these to be funny. And then pretty soon I was funny. I made people laugh. So what was something I was trying on and faking?
I imagine you at work giving people financial advice, telling them, "Look, play with the sliders."
I do. Just use it as a what if tool. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Stockbrokers are like, what is going on at Fidelity? Because they're just sliding up and down on the stocks.
So anyways, check out our World Anvil affiliate link,
That's not
worldanvil.pxf.io/rollslayers.
Yeah.
That's my pitch.
Thanks. Last but not least, follow us on all the socials. We got the Instagram. We got the Facebook. Give us a good rating on Spotify or YouTube or Apple Podcasts or whatever. If you use our code RollSlayers and check out at eldritchfoundry.com for a mini, you'll get 15% off, and that's pretty dang cool. Last but not least, by the time I'm talking now, our super special interview series about the campaign will be up on Patreon with me and Hayden talking about episodes 1 through 20 and asking each other very intuitive questions and answering competently. It was strange. but we did it.
We deserve to pat ourselves on the back.
We talk like semi intellectual people. We did it. But I think that's all of my announcements. Why don't we play some D&D?
Let's do it.
Why we're here.
I want to.
So last we left off, the party journeyed eastward into the mountains, leaving behind their mounts to travel with Kaya to Erangel to be stabled at the Citadel of the Roses.
Oh.
They hiked further and further up in elevation, eventually finding in a mountain valley a road. They followed it as far as they could to where it collapses into the side of a sheer cliff. And they set camp for the evening. Their plan for the next day? Who knows? So, as you guys sat down to camp, is there anyone who wants to take a watch?
I'll go first
I
watch.
do.
Okay,
Those
first
two
watch for
boys.
you guys.
I'll take second.
Okay,
Then I take third.
okie dokie. So, could I get first watch for me, please?
I rolled a 10.
All right,
I rolled a 20.
a 20. All right. Evening and then nightfall sets in. But you seem to be a little bit warmer as you're below this large cliff top in this valley, so a lot of the wind passes over you, whistling in the air. None of it really reaching you. But
It's a
there's
mouthful.
there's no sight of anything as your watch comes to an end.
Okay, and I'll say something to Remy, like, the beauty of first watch is you don't get woken up. You just
Oh, true.
you stay up a little later, and then you just sleep the rest of the night.
Frankly, that's why I keep taking it. I'm a terrible morning person.
Yeah, I'm terrible anytime I have to wake up. I have such a hard time getting up in the morning sometimes, especially here's what I find when I have. Well, we stay at nice hotels. It happens occasionally, not very often. Occasionally, when we stay in a nice hotel with a warm bed and a soft mattress, those are the mornings where I really can't adjust.
You mean like when you come off the road and you get back out there, it's pretty tough to just get back into the swing of things, or?
Oh, no, I think maybe it's just those are the days I don't want to get out of bed, and so whenever I do, it just takes me a little while to work into the day.
Well, that's the truth. Hopefully, when we get down there, if I remember correctly, dwarven mattresses aren't exactly known for their comfort, but they might do well for someone who needs a firmer mattress for older backs, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I will take the high road and choose not to take offense at that, but anything's better than sleeping on rocks.
Oh, that's true. Maybe we actually will be sleeping on rocks, just like the traditional dwarven mattresses.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I guess while we're here, do you want to see something interesting?
Absolutely, I do.
First and foremost, do you promise not to get any grease on it?
Sure.
Okay. Hang on. He ruffles through his bag a little bit and he draws out a small looking. It's not terribly small. It's maybe, I would say about 5-6 inches. A little kind of brass warhammer. Okay, you see this? This is a 1/10 exact replica of Galdrin Snowhammer's Snow Hammer.
Cool.
I picked this up. Sorry. I picked this up, a few months back when I had just returned with some coin. It's, it's not much, but it's a cool thing to have around.
Yeah.
I assume you're familiar with Cauldron Snowhammer. I'm sorry.
Am I?
We've met him at the dinner party.
That's right, we did.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
The great
That's right.
adventurer.
There were a lot
Yeah,
of-
he sat at our end of the table. We actually talked
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, you spoke with him a bit, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cool. I'm sure it's a wonderful collector's item.
I guess you're not into the collecting kinds of things.
I don't have a lot of possessions, but I have some books.
Well,
you
you
like
gotta
m-
keep some interesting things for you while you're on the road. What do you got?
Do you like mystery novels?
I dabble.
Have you read The Curious Case of Doxus?
Who hasn't read The Curious Case at Doxus at this point?
Well, Vinny hasn't, for one.
Well, it was pretty good. I enjoyed the twist that it was the orc's ghost the whole time. Oh, I just made the assumption that you'd read it. Oh no, you
No,
have read it, right?
I did. I read it. I finished
Okay,
it.
I didn't want to spoil anything.
It was
I'm
a
sorry.
real page turner.
I
Anyways,
don't
let's.
actually remember what the twist was.
I have it written down somewhere, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't
It was
remember.
the orc's ghost.
I remember it has to do with the orc faking his own death, but I can't remember for why.
I can't remember it because I remember coming up with my own guesses at the ending.
Yeah, I don't think we ever established in game.
What the? Yeah,
But the orc did fake his own death.
we'll have to go back and listen to those.
I just
Anyway.
couldn't believe that they went with that. It seemed almost a little hackneyed at first, but I don't know. I'm more of an adventure novel kind of person.
Yeah. Well, every now and then we stop into a town with a bookstore, and it's worth just looking around, keeping your eyes open, find something to help occupy your mind on the road.
It seems wise. Have you read any other good ones?
Yeah, I have this one. It's called Death in the Gaulfell Mountains.
Now, I've not heard of this.
How-
Reads the back of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, Cyrus, I guess you're kind of proving yourself as more of a mystery novel aficionado here, huh?
Yep, you can borrow that one if you want. I'm going to bed.
All right. I'm gonna stay up reading it for a minute.
Yeah, it's quite well written. It's a little bit of a survivor horror vibe where there is a person lost in the mountains and is being assailed by mysterious figures at night, and almost to the point where he can't sleep and is going slowly insane.
A little too close to home. He closes it and
And with that, you wake up. Who's second watch? Vinny?
Yeah.
You wake up Vinny for his second watch.
Vinny is rolling. Well, 21.
21. You keep an eye out and see every now and then some hawks circling far above you. Birds of prey, but other than that, nothing to speak of.
And the road ended at a cliff.
You are at a cliffside. The road seems to have crumbled down from the cliff, but it seems like it used to wind its way up the side, carved into it.
Okay. Yep. Well, Bells, it's time.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I get a perception check.
8.
8. Bells, you're lost in thought, staring up at this massive cliff in front of you. And it's almost to the point where this person coming up the road behind you is upon you before you hear and turn around warily.
What?
You see almost a bent over, kind of crook backed, cloaked figure wearing like a dark, almost black purple set of robes, hood up, kind of walking down the road almost into your camp around it. You probably camped off to the side of the road, but just walking up the road.
Can he see us?
Yeah.
Who's closest to me?
Remy.
Probably
Vinny. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd wake up. Yeah, Remy and Vinny, and tell them that there's a man approaching.
Morning.
This is someone coming up the road.
Oh.
You talk to him. What
okay.
does he want?
He's just now approaching. I'm not sure.
Well, better get the drop on him before he gets the drop on us. Hello there, stranger.
You see the cloaked face kind of turn over and look at you. Waves back slowly.
I'd knock an arrow, just waiting for danger.
Where are you headed?
Pulls back the hood. It's an older woman of kind of like dark umber skin, graying hair. Kind of just gives a nod, points up. Headed up.
Oh, really? Actually, we were hoping to head up ourselves. Do you happen to know the path seems to crumble here? Do you happen to know a secret way of getting up?
Oh, no, I just make my way.
Okay. Well, I'm Venuthra Silverpiece. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
Greetings. She'll shuffle up to the rest of you.
Okay.
Am I still asleep?
Probably not at this point.
Oh, yeah,
You
whatever.
probably were woken at some point.
Sorry, we just woke up. But can we offer you any sort of respite? You want some tea? And
No, I've not eaten or drank in several days. I'd like to keep it that way. Kedra is the name.
Okay, excellent. Kedra, this is Bells, Remy, and Cyrus is the one who's all bundled up in the bedroll there.
Hi.
Just kind of gives short bows to everyone. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Well, I guess getting back home.
Oh, home. Well, if you don't mind, we're strangers to this land, and we are trying to make our way to Degguldaar. Do you have... Did I say it wrong? Degguldaar?
I think that's right.
I speak common.
Yes.
Degguldaar.
The dwarves call it Degguldaar, actually, but yes.
Should I call it Degguldaar?
You're not a dwarf. Call it Degguldaar if you want. I don't care.
Sure. And I can see that you have places to be, and
Oh, no, it's not a problem. Are you asking if you're near?
Yes, I was asking if maybe you had you could give us a heading.
Oh.
Is that where you live?
No, I live in Hobdwar.
Ah, Hobdwar.
I manage one of the cemeteries there. I've come to meditate.
Is this a human or is this a dwarf?
It's a human woman.
Oh.
Excellent. So just keep following the path upward as you are going.
Sure, yes.
And is there a fork, one to Hobdwar and one to Degguldaar?
No, you have to pass through the city to reach the tunnels to Hobdwar.
Ah, okay. So we just keep on this path. We should be all right.
Yeah. Strange, I've not seen anyone on this path. Ever.
Well, Remy is
Rumors.
Go ahead.
Oh, you heard about it through rumors mostly. I didn't know it was so disused.
Oh, yes,
not many folk go into Degguldaar or Degguldaar through that entrance. Those come through the tunnels, but I'm sure they will receive you well. I go down and who really takes note of me? I'm quite small in stature, so I don't draw much fanfare, but...
Well, do you need any assistance? I assume not.
Oh, goodness,
It's beyond. I could never not offer, and so.
Oh no, I am quite capable. Thank you, though.
Sure. Well, I thank you. It was nice to make your acquaintance, Kedra. And safe travels. We shall see. Maybe we'll catch up to you on the way in the morning when some of our friends feel a little less groggy.
Not likely, but pleasant.
She starts to stride off, her gait becoming longer and longer, and she breaks into a short jog straight at the cliff and starts jumping on pieces of the rubble, eventually running up the wall vertically.
Fairly spry old woman, wouldn't you say?
Spry is an understatement. That's impossible. Remy, do you know what is she doing?
I mean, it looks extremely capable to him. Well, frankly, I don't know how or why. More importantly, why she's doing that. But you know what? I don't know. I don't want to find out almost. She's going to a graveyard.
You've heard of a few people in your order being able to run along vertical surfaces as well as across water.
Right. It's more just that it's an older lady that appeared out of the night in a robe and then scale the cliff.
Yes.
In front of us.
Who had been fasting.
Right.
But the rest of your watch bells goes uninterrupted.
Great.
After that
Okay.
strange altercation. Morning comes,
A little later than usual.
and you have a cliff in front of you.
So we have to climb this cliff in order to get to the door. Is that right?
Yeah, I just
You
want
can
to.
try and backtrack and find a way around, but you're in a valley.
I just want to make one thing clear. I can't do what that lady did last night.
Right. Maybe with a bit more effort.
We could
Have you
climb like we did in that crevasse in the Veggie Wilds.
That was incredibly perilous, and I'm excited to try it again.
This cliff is probably twice the height of the cross. Just so you know.
I'm going to cast jump
Great.
on myself and do my best.
Okay. You guys using ropes?
I got ropes.
Yeah,
Do you have a climber's kit, or do you just have pythons? I can't remember.
I have 20 pythons and rope.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna double check because I'm not sure what exactly comes in it.
I have 50 feet of rope and 20 pythons.
Okay. So
And I have a grappling hook, although that won't help us for.
since you have the pythons, I'm going to give you partial benefit of the climber's kit, and the fact that if you guys are hooked into the pythons with ropes, you cannot fall more than 25 feet.
Okay.
But I won't give you the rest of the benefits of it.
Okay.
I'm going to see how well I can, having cast jump on myself, acrobatics myself up.
Okay.
I'm going to use a portent roll. It's a 19.
That quadruples your
Triples jumping,
jump speed.
jumping height and
Okay.
distance.
With a 19, the rest of you start to get tied up and ready to climb.
Mm-hmm.
And Cyrus casts a spell on himself, murmurs to himself, and sinks deep down, squats down to an unhealthy level for a person this age,
Oh.
and blasts
Oh.
off into the air, hopping from rock to rock. Gets
Oh.
about a third of the way up as you guys are climbing. Make an athletics check at this point. The rest of you can start making athletics checks as well.
Okay, let's do
Cyrus,
it.
can you throw a rope down?
Sure.
I got a 23.
Okay.
Did you say athletics?
Yep.
Beans.
That's a 20.
Ooh,
Cyrus.
well, okay,
Okay.
Cyrus.
What
Look
do we
at
got?
that spry old man.
Vinny and Bells.
23.
Okay, 23.
I don't like my odds. I don't have very good athletics.
Have you rolled yet, Hayden?
No, I'm afraid.
Roll.
Actually, no, I got an 18.
18.
I got a 17.
17.
Could I like tie him to me in some fashion?
You're all tied together if
Okay.
you're using the Python system.
Okay.
You're gonna wear me like a backpack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
But you
Little
Like the
have
Yoda
to be
backpack.
anchored into the Pythons where you can't fall more than
Okay.
25 feet.
Okay.
Cyrus, you start to jump, and you've probably made it about halfway up the cliff at this point. The rest of you start to climb slowly, cautiously, feeling for points that are solid, as this is a crumbled staircase that you're climbing up, so a lot of it kind of crumbles away as you're climbing, but you make it about a quarter of the way up. Can I have more athletics checks? Cyrus?
Quarter of the way up.
I hope you
A
have feather fall.
quarter?
This goes poorly. Remember, falling damage is exponential.
Yes, that's right.
A 22.
Okay. And I will say you're about 120 feet in the air right now,
Ooh,
being halfway.
spicy.
Don't love that.
I'm like looking for something to help.
Hayden, what was your athletics check?
Can I? I'm so afraid of making these.
Liz, you said yours was an 18?
22.
22.
Sir.
Okay, that's better. Fine with me. I don't want you to fall to your death. But not that you can. Titans.
I'm gonna get right up on the mic for this one because I rolled a 5.
Okay.
5 this time. This is an ASMR death experience.
12.
Well, Cyrus, you jump up again and hold on. Start to pull yourself up, and the rock cracks, and you are falling.
No!
Can I cast Misty Step to teleport to a more sturdy spot?
Yes.
Roll a d4 for me.
What?
Let's see if you can find a sturdy spot up there.
Yes.
1, you fall, and then up, falling backwards still,
No!
and hit solid land. As you are on a very small cliff part, or like ledge on this cliff face.
The-
Okay.
is he above us?
He is above you. He's probably, he didn't get the full. He didn't get.
He's like
Well,
5/8
yeah.
of the way there.
Yeah, he's like 5/8. That's a good.
I'm going to say, well, I gave it the old college try. I think I've reached my limit. I may need to join you guys with the...
Yeah, Cyrus, just stay
you-
stay
The rope.
there. Wait for us.
Do you
Just
have a
give us
rope
minute.
you could throw to us or
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah, give me just a minute.
Where are you gonna anchor that rope?
Maybe he has a python.
I don't think I have a python.
It should. Adventuring gear often has pythons. Actually, does it?
Not for wizards.
Yeah, I've got the scholar's kit.
Yeah, you don't have pythons.
I had
Yeah.
pythons because she gave me some a long time ago.
Vinny, what was your athletics check, by the way?
Oh, I haven't rolled it yet. It's a 10.
Okay. 10, a 5, and a 22. You guys start to stall. You're not making as much headway. A couple times you see Remy fall 25 feet, and then just boom, the rope snaps taut, and he starts to
Oof.
circle,
Oh no.
spin a little bit before he can catch on and start climbing again.
Oh.
But you guys have probably made it, maybe almost to halfway, but it's starting to be a struggle for you guys.
I think we're at 3/8.
Okay.
Why are you choosing these fractions?
Because
They're
it's halfway
nice.
between
I mean,
the quarters he's
it
using.
makes
Yeah.
sense mathematically.
All
it
right.
does.
I
Excuse
hate
me.
math.
How
But
could you?
if you're trying to work your way up to Cyrus, I'll need athletics checks from you guys again as you're staying put. Your arms are starting to burn.
Well, just keeps going down. 21.
Darn.
So as Remy is like we're kind of working at this thing together, I'll put my hand on him and guide him,
Okay.
and then I'll just roll.
You get a D4, Remy, I believe, for guidance.
Okay, that's good. Let's see how this plays out. Oh!
Come on, Remy.
What do you get?
Come on, Remy.
I got a 7 plus.
Okay.
Plus, I got a 9 total.
9 total.
And I got also a 9.
Well, that's better than a 5.
It's at the point where the two of you are barely able to, your arms are not able to climb.
babies.
You're just kind of clinging and sometimes pulling yourself up. But the majority of your movement upward is from the rope connected to Bells as she kind of pulls you guys.
Let's go.
You're
Come on.
maybe halfway.
Is
Come
there?
on.
Is there Bells? I have to rest. Is there? Do you see anything where we could maybe take just a moment?
Do we see a
Make
spot?
a perception check for me.
Me?
21.
See a ledge a little bit further up from where you are that you could probably get them to, but they're going to have to try and climb up there.
Let's do it. Let's try to get up there.
Make some more athletics checks, girls and boys,
He's still holding concentration for Remy.
for guidance.
Yeah, for guidance.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun. I got 12.
Okay.
Oh, geez. All right. This is the one, guys. This is.
Come
this is
on.
that's pretty good. And then, okay, I get a guidance as well,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to be a total of. That's a 19 total.
Ooh, okay.
12 and what?
7.
7.
Oh.
You start to climb again, Bells. You're a little less confident in your footing as you try and angle up towards this ledge.
Because I'm carrying 2 men behind me.
But as you're going, Remy seems to actually find his second wind and starts to climb a little bit diagonally, a little more acrobatically.
Okay.
Which is more in his wheelhouse, and he
All
starts
right.
to pull ahead of both
Get it,
of
Remy.
you. And you guys are kind of slowly pulled up to the lip.
Great.
You won't allow me to make an acrobatics check for this, will you?
No, not for most of this. There's not
Stupid.
enough hopping around. You're not able to run up it yet, buddy. Sorry.
I can do a quadruple backflip, but I can't climb this stupid
No,
wall.
that's how it
It's
works.
too sheer. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I think athletics is more like the appropriate check for this, right? Because it's about endurance and strength.
Yeah.
I weigh like 25 pounds. It's fine.
What was that you said in our little interview? Oh, you're too nice to monks.
Yeah. I shouldn't have said that because then I knew this would happen.
Mm-hmm. It's all your fault, Hayden.
It'd be that way.
All right,
all
let's
right.
rest. How far up are we at this point?
You're about halfway. Cyrus is a
Oh.
little
What?
bit. Cyrus is maybe 30 feet above you at this point.
Cyrus, how are you doing up there?
I think I've caught my breath.
The air's a bit thinner up here, isn't
Can
it?
I throw my grappling hook up to where Cyrus is?
How long is the rope that you have? If you pull up
50
some of
feet.
your pipe and ropes, then you probably could. I assume you guys have been taking those out as you go up.
Yeah,
Of
kind of
course
cycling
we
through
have.
them.
Okay, then you
Yeah.
have enough rope. 30 feet, 40 feet. You
I
can
have
throw
50 feet
grappling.
of rope.
Yeah, make a general attack roll with dexterity.
Okay, let's see. Where did that go? $20.
20. Sails up in the air, almost weightless before it arcs slowly down and cheep, right into the side of the cliff. Like right next to where you're sitting, Cyrus, a grappling hook plants itself in the rock.
Nice.
And, there's a tug as it kind of scrapes against the surface of the rock and then finds a hold. It finds purchase.
Cyrus, is that good? Does it look sturdy to you?
Yep, looks pretty good.
Let's try to use this while we can.
Yep, you first. I'm just going to catch my breath here for a moment.
Okay. Yep.
So just
go on
Bell?
up. Yeah.
Okay. Make it an advantage as you are now piping into the wall, but also using the grappled.
Athletics?
Yep. Rope as a guide.
21.
Easy. You
20.
just start to. You're like holding onto the side of the cliff, piping in when you can, but also holding onto the grappling hook, which is hanging from that kind of lip above you.
Yep.
Easy enough. You're able to make it up there.
Can I put some extra pythons in to help up the
Yeah,
homeboys behind me?
They'll have pythons to go, but
Okay.
the only thing the python does is make sure you don't fall to your death.
Sure, right. But if I can just put some extra ones in for them to just.
Yeah, easy. They can hook in as
Okay,
need
great.
be.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm too
hold on
small
to him
for
a little
this.
bit.
Yeah.
Maybe put my foot on one.
Here you go.
Cool. All right, here we go.
Come on.
All right, I'm roping myself into the Python train.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, after you, Remy.
Do I roll now?
Yep.
Now you're
ready.
all.
Unless you just want to stay on the ledge.
Let's do that for the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's the game now.
I guess we live here now.
Slowly
we could
dig
just-
out a home out of the
we-
cliff,
are we-
like cutlery.
That's not bad.
Yes.
Do I still get guidance?
Yeah, you're still guided.
You guys get advantage as there's a grappling hook guide as well.
Come on, boys.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Remy.
Our
come
other
on.
option is to roleplay the rest of this by just breathing very hard into the microphone. All of us. For the rest
I
of
got
the
a
secrets.
19 total.
19. What do you got, Vinny?
10.
Vinny, even with the grappling hook, you just
Oh,
struggle
baby.
up this thing. But with the help
Did
of
you roll
Remy,
with advantage?
Come
he
on.
kind of pulls you up slowly over his shoulder, and you're able to, gasping for air at this point, the air very thin up here, make it to the ledge, clawing at the ground.
I will just say that in the forests of Alanot, the air is much, much thicker.
Vinny, I need a little help from you now. I'm too small to reach most of these. But it's going okay.
tired.
You gotta keep going. You can't live on this ledge.
All right. And Vinny's pulling up pythons as he can go, which
Yeah.
is why he's probably struggling a little bit.
That's why.
Part
I
of it.
have another group athletics check.
Okay. I'm getting in on this.
Come on. Come on.
Nearing the top of this cliff.
22.
18.
Okay.
And no offense, but he's going to drop concentration. He's not going to tell him.
He's gonna
But he's definitely going to take the guidance for
guide
himself.
That's all right. I got a 16.
Okay.
I got an 8.
8. So,
Okay.
with a few slips and falls from Vinny, who's caught by his
It's getting worse.
safety net, you guys are
That makes
able
sense.
to finally, gruelingly, after half a day, if not longer,
Oh, yuck.
of
Half a
climbing.
day.
You had to stop and rest every now and then, and it's not a quick climb.
I'll
Oh,
just
geez.
dangle here at the bottom of this rope to make it a little more taut for all of you to climb.
If only this cliff wasn't enchanted to make us all so tired.
But eventually, led by Bells and weirdly enough Cyrus, you guys find. Oh my gosh. One by one, you roll on your side almost onto the top of this cliff.
computer. I spit brown liquid. Thick, sticky brown liquid.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna have to wash this shirt now.
Oh boy.
Cyrus, I promise to never make another joke about your physical prowess. Never again.
Well,
I got a mental image of just of Cyrus like beefing it, like little ropey arms, like
I'm also just
You
very.
can see up his robe.
yeah. And I never knew, like I never knew just how like muscularly lean he was.
I'm also very, very sprightly in the way that I'm springing off of the rock and back onto it.
That counts.
Because I still have jump, right?
Yes, right.
So you eventually all make it to the top, quite winded from your day, but do see quite immediately at the top, the road does continue on deeper into the mountains. You are now on the side of a mountain that kind of drops off down to your right, the road carved around its base, leading seemingly to one of the most dominating presences within this range that you've seen so far. You've seen it from afar, but it's this great gray mountain that soars above the rest.
So while the guys kind of rest, I'll gather up all the rope and pythons and put them back in my stash and maybe get them some water or something.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now fully.
Mm.
Wonderful. Is the air? It's thinner, right? It's not just me.
No, it's just a bit thinner up here. Yes, it's true.
Perhaps I'm being a bit dramatic, though. Ooh.
Well,
Shall we continue on?
We did make it.
Yes, we did.
All right, let's go. I can manage. I'll catch up. You just keep going.
No, let's all continue on. We can go slowly. We're
No.
not in a hurry.
I'll don't worry about me. Just go. Stop looking at me.
You continue on for another half day, the mountain growing ever present in your view, the road curving around and then curving right again towards it, ever present. Your day ends. Wearily you rest once again. And on the morning, another day of long travel before you come that night to another smaller mountain with the road going over and straight towards the base of this great peak. Make camp for the night.
They just get bigger and bigger. I hope we make it soon.
I hope we're on the right path.
That lady Kedra, she said that this is the way.
Yeah. I would hate to have to backtrack though.
Oh, of course. Let's not think about that. Remy, what can you make us for dinner? Not that you should, but if you could, please.
We're on the mountain now. I'm gonna use my herbalism kit to gather up some of the finest herbs that are within 13 feet because he's not going any further than that at this point in the day.
Are there any?
Okay, make a survival check for me.
Which I get to do at advantage, I think, or something like that. I can't remember how it works.
Why?
Because of the herbalism kit. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember what the deal is with it, but it's something like that.
I don't remember, but I don't trust. I trust you.
I don't trust you.
I don't trust
It's such
you.
a minor thing, Tyler.
I trust you. Just go for it.
It is an 18.
18. You're
Yes.
able to find some almost like cedar, not leaves. What are on cedar? I mean, I guess they're leaves, right?
Yeah.
They're like
Needles.
Yeah,
Okay.
some cedar needles that have kind of drifted on the wind, but other than that, it's quite bare bones. But you're able to find some aromatic cedar leaves.
These are not going to taste very good.
Well, are there any goats around?
Make a perception check.
Ooh.
It's proficiency. So you get to add your proficiency bonus.
Oh, thank you.
No goats, so far as you can see.
Can I see any goats when he says that?
Make a perception check.
19.
Way up on the mountain you're headed towards, you see a shepherd walking some goats down a very precarious trail.
Okay.
Shepherd of
I'm not
squat
gonna
stature, seemingly a dwarf.
shoot his goats.
You see, even out here on the mountain ranges where it's so tough, they can still lead a herd of goats. I mean, imagine living a life like that.
I don't know that I care to.
I've got
don't
some
either. You want
salted.
some beans? I guess it's beans again.
Beans?
I've got
Yeah.
some salted meat, Remy. Would now be the
we'll
time
put it
for
in there.
that.
We gotta make it all come together. And he's gonna make it all come together. And I'm not putting cedar in these beans.
Remy whips up a good old steaming hot pot of meat and beans.
All right, that's what we're eating. Yeah.
I mean, I'm imagining just like a bowl of pork and beans.
It's
Yeah.
literally
It is,
just that,
yes,
but
it
with
is
like
literally-
salted pork.
It's
There
salt
we
pork
go.
and beans, which honestly pretty good. Remy eats around the salt pork and then dumps the remaining pork into Vinny's bowl.
And Vinny sops it up. That's not a Vinny term. That's a Texas term, a Southern term. Sop means to, pretty much lick the bowl clean.
Well, having dinner, settle down for the evening. Make your watches if you'd like.
I'm taking the last watch. I can't go any further.
I'll take second watch.
First watch.
First for Remy and Cyrus.
Yeah.
Cyrus and Vinny, make a perception check for me, please.
Certainly.
21.
21.
Hello. Oh.
Perception.
You did see
18.
me, I think.
Both of you keep a pretty fair eye out. And as you're sitting watching, Remy, you notice it first, but Cyrus, you see clouds start to drift over from the east. It looks like maybe some of the coastal rainfall clouds have kind of made their way over. And again, slow to notice, but eventually you feel kind of this light, chilly dusting on your shoulders as it begins to lightly snow.
Beans.
Beans indeed. Oh, rats. I'm gonna try to fashion a little lean-to out of the aforementioned cedar.
It's like the fronds of the cedar. It's not wood.
So it just like
Where do the
loose
fronds come
branches.
from?
It seems like they've blown on the wind from somewhere else.
Oh, like a tumbleweed, but for mountains.
Kind of. It is how they repopulate is through seeds and leaves going on the wind.
Yeah.
Probably
Okay.
came from the forests in the east.
So we're like well above the tree line then by
This is a
now.
fantasy
Yes,
world.
you're about
This is a fantasy world.
you're about halfway
Yeah.
across the mountain range itself. You're in the middle of
Okay.
them.
Well, in that case, no lean-to, everyone.
Yeah.
Great.
What was your perception check?
21.
You do see one small little cedar bush almost sticking out of a cliff above you on your left side.
So here's where my real world experience, having messed with some cedar bushes
Sure.
within the last couple weeks, they're a huge pain to deal with.
Okay.
Ooh,
They do provide a fair amount of coverage.
Yeah.
this is
I'm gonna wake
fantasy
everyone
cedar.
up and say, "All right, hey everyone, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna sleep under this bush."
As
Might
you
be
guys wake
sticky,
up,
but
it is indeed snowing.
Okay, let's go sleep under the bush.
Okay, it takes you a hot second to climb up there, but you're able to make it. Exhausted, you're able to fall asleep quite quickly again.
I feel as though it would have been to our benefit if we had brought some jackets. I'm just
Probably.
wrapping up myself in my bedroll.
That would have been prudent. I mean, the poncho's pretty good, I'll say that.
Yes, that's
But
what
it's
cloaks
also
of
not big
hold.
enough to share with any of you.
Well, hopefully whenever we find Degguldaar, they'll have some clothes that fit us.
Cyrus, I'm gonna say this in all sincerity. I think it's time for us to huddle for warmth.
It is getting quite cool out.
I suppose I'll be the big spoon, Remy.
The snow isn't sticking.
I don't think you have an
it's not that
option.
cold, but
So now they're spooning.
your watch comes and goes, huddled for warmth, and
Dreaming of Degguldaar.
bells you can take second watch.
Great. I yep.
I'm surprised
You're
no
all
one said
welcome
doggy door or something at this point.
Don't work.
Look, all of you are welcome to remain in the pile. And I gesture to Cyrus and I.
I'll
Vinny
just
is
wrap
asleep.
up in my cloak.
What was your
23.
23? You're watching, and the snow starts to fall a bit heavier. Not too heavy, but enough that it's making a bit of a blanket on the bush above you. And from this vantage, you can almost kind of see what looks to be like a hole in the mountain in front of you.
So I've been looking this up, and it's pretty up to the DM.
Okay.
Does radiant light accompany heat, or does heat accompany radiant light?
Do you mean like where there's light, it's warm?
So if I'm holding my morning star,
Oh,
it
radiant.
sheds light in 30 feet.
Yes.
Some DMs are cool with that, providing heat. Some are not.
Radiant is specifically not a heat source.
I don't know if I agree with you, man.
It's okay. Whenever you DM, which you should, that'd be
should.
fun. You should run a one shot. You can make radiant light heat.
Okay, great. Wonderful. I
Yeah,
will. I will.
You could go with like radiant. He has like a heat
Because
sort
radiant
of
is
connotation,
specifically like a divine.
but yeah, I think
Right.
it kind of like as a divine. I would
Yeah.
think like everything is like Diablo 2 Paladin,
That said,
sort of like
Yeah, and it's pretty
right
split
way.
online. Like a lot of people are like,
well, there
no,
is
absolutely
precedence
not,
for that,
and
that
some,
school of thought, because
yeah.
Sunbeam is a spell that does radiant damage, but it is a beam of sunlight,
right,
which would be
which would be hot.
right. So then you go into like people are talking about like UV rays and physics and all this
Sure.
stuff, and I'm like, just,
Welcome
with
to the
Tyler.
Yeah, I think of radiant damage or radiant
Mm-hmm.
substance.
like holy damage.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's
Any
it's
light
like there's
is hot. Just depends on how much of it there is.
Yeah, I think about it more in terms of like there's a spiritual quality to it almost, and that's what
Does
what
the
the light
damage?
is.
Sure. Yeah.
So, you spot what looks to be a small hole in the mountain inside. The watch, other than that, comes and goes.
A hole that we could go hide in right now.
No, it's like on the
It's in
mountain.
the other mountain. That we're
like the big one. You
Like-
guys could travel
Like
there
that's
overnight.
probably where we're wanting to go.
Probably.
Okay, great. See the hole.
Vinny?
Came too soon. Morning, that is. 12.
Snow's even harder. Looks like it's really starting to set in. It's still not sticking, but it looks like there's a small winter storm coming.
So it's really just Vinny prestidigitationing himself ever so often.
Just dry.
Dry.
How warm are Vinny's clothes?
He's got a jacket.
I have like an adventurer's
Are you,
coat.
like,
It's like
okay.
a leather. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I've got thigh-high boots. Like,
He's chilly.
feeling good.
He's
Okay.
okay. He's not
Okay.
taking the risk of hypothermia
He's fine.
or anything.
What
Yeah.
you're saying is
I
we're
think
gonna
the person
eat
closest to
Cyrus.
hypothermia would probably be Cyrus.
Yeah.
He's in
Even
like,
with his like
Cyrus.
fancy robes.
he probably put on
Protect him
his
from
Hawaiian
being
shirt
stabbed.
and his old robes, maybe.
Does Remy still have my Hawaiian shirt?
I do. Do you want it back?
No, you can keep it for extra
I
warmth.
think you need layers. I'm pretty warm under this poncho.
Okay, I'll take the shirt back. I've got my old robe still. I'm gonna wrap myself in my bedroll. like those kids at school who like have just a blanket wrapped around them.
Yeah.
Now,
Regardless.
Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was pretty cold where Remy grew up, right?
Oh, and Uldar?
Yeah.
It's fairly chilly there, yes.
It was just pretty far north on the map, I think.
Far south. But yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's fairly chilly.
verifying. I just wanted to make sure my clothing choices made sense.
It's like on a chilly coast, and then there are like kind of like Mongolian steppes to the west of you guys. So,
Okay,
yeah.
we good.
But morning comes. You guys start up the road again. This day is fairly easy. You struggle up a last mountainous pass before coming to the mountain you've been searching. As you crest this final paved road, you see before you the kind of this mighty presence of a mountain sitting before you. And it's just towering into the sky. Ahead, carved seemingly straight through the stone, is this enormous doorway. It is lined with intricate carvings inlaid with gold, silver, and brass in geometric patterns.
Ooh.
Studded within the doorframe as you get closer are precious stones such as rubies and emeralds, lapis and malachite, each stone the size of your fist.
What? Let's go.
Passing
I
through
wish
the
I had more
threshold,
time and energy to look at this in greater detail, but we need to get inside.
Yes.
It's quite chilly. Is it?
Vinny is kind of like passing over and just sort of like feeling the gems and kind of in awe of how large they are and
Yeah.
how much they probably cost.
Very. You can just, without an appraiser's eye, this is a small fortune in and of itself.
Right.
Passing through the threshold, you find yourselves bathed in sunlight from behind, standing upon a rocky overlook. The road before you once again crumbles into a pile of rubble, ever tumbling to the cavern below you. In front of you sits this grand city, Degguldaar. It sprawls out, lining a cavernous expanse seemingly cored out of the mountain. Above you, a cavern spreads out, ever out of sight, pillars and bridges spanning its breadth. Below you are various ledges and levels carved ever downward. Stone buildings fill every square inch, some glittering dark shades of cobalt or amethyst, jade and carnelian. On the deepest level, the largest structures rise out of the dark. Of them, a few stand out among the rest. One building occupies the very center of the cavern, shaped in kind of a U fashion, and it is made of this light gray marble. There are luminous blue-green shingles on its three domes. Another sits further back, still in the center, but up against a small cliff that's seemingly built into it. It seems to be almost this A-frame of deep red stone, but where a door would be at its front is a grand statue of a dwarven wizard in mid-spell, a staff held in front of her with both hands. A grand doorway can be seen on the dais of the statue. Lastly, there is a half dome of blackened steel Within it are various geometric channels in which lava flows down, originating from a hole in the cavern above. The lava flows continuously down the dome and into small holes that move inside.
Toasty.
Welcome to the city of Degguldaar. As you're looking down, you see figures start to notice your appearance in the doorway, your shadow casting down into the dark city. And there's movement as it seems like people are somewhat organizing some sort of response to your arrival.
It's just like the stories.
I don't know if I've heard those stories, but at least it's warmer here.
It
Yes,
is
much more.
noticeably hotter inside this cavern.
I like take my hood off and kind of throw my cloak back and
I'll wrap up my bedroll.
As you guys are kind of making yourself a little more comfortable within this warm interior, you see a large group of people walk down a streetway carrying something between them, and they start to lift it up. It's like a dark black shape, but you see a ladder, immense in size, very long, start to rise up towards you, and as it hits the side of the ledge that you're on, you hear a metallic clank as this dark iron ladder is put up against the side of the collapsed road.
well, shall we?
No, let's turn around and go back down the mountain.
Benuthra.
You must be joking.
No, let's please, let's go. It's obvious that they welcome us.
What's everyone's passive perception?
11.
15.
Hi. 17.
I'm pretty sure mine's 10.
Okay. As you guys are climbing down, Vinny and Bells, you notice, curiously enough, this ladder.
Oh wait, I have a 10?
Remy and Bells?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say Vinny?
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard Vent.
Yeah.
Okay, Remy
Okay.
and Bells, as
Okay.
you guys are climbing down, you notice that this ladder of wrought iron has no seams. Like it wasn't connected together. It seems like it was forged as one piece, which is quite strange as ladders go. But you make
What'd
your
I
way
tell you?
down.
I tell you about the dwarven craftsmanship. Who else could make such a perfect ladder?
Can any of us like hear him really what he's
You
saying?
hear snatches of what he's saying down. But eventually you guys make it to the floor of one of the topmost points of the city, it would seem.
I just want to make a note that, like, for the last part of the ladder climb, Vinny would do that thing where he kind of holds onto the
Slides
outside and
down.
slides down. Okay.
Just like
Yeah,
a
I
little
would.
bow or something at the bottom. But waiting down below is a small crowd of dwarves. You see most of them are short, stocky, brawny men and women with sometimes quite shaggy, unkempt beards. Some of them are long and oiled and braided and kept quite nice. Some of them have kind of sooty complexions where it seems like they've been working in forges, and other of them seem to have quite pristine bejeweled clothing and rings within their beards and hair. But one of the guardsmen steps forward wearing kind of this full plate of blackened bluish steel and wielding a spear and shield, and says, "Aye, greetings. Not many people take this forgotten path."
Vinny, maybe I should handle this.
Okay, yes.
And I'm gonna bust out in like dwarvish that is way too proper.
Oh yeah, I love that.
It's
Oh,
nobody
you-
would talk this way.
You
It's
learned
like
it from a
this-
textbook.
like
It's
Castilian Spanish.
Yeah, it's the formal version of Spanish or something.
Yeah.
He says usted a lot.
Everyone is a new stead.
So here's what the dwarfs hears is, greetings. We come from far away and we've traveled quite some distance. We appreciate your hospitality and your assistance in bringing us down from the ledge. My name is Remington Northerly Topsford, and these are my companions.
He looks taken aback, but then in full Dwarvish, using some formalities, because he can, responds in kind in Dwarvish and says, "Aye, that's quite interesting. Well, we won't turn away weary travelers, though I would ask what your business in Degguldaar is. And if I can be any of assistance, I am a captain of the guard. I can help you if you need." He looks around at the crowd kind of forming and goes, "Go on, get! I got it! It's like you haven't seen a human or a halfling. Stop gawking!"
Cyrus will jump in, and he does speak Dwarvish. It's like, well, first order of business, we need to buy some coats.
Coats? I can take you to a store that sells coats. Is that all you're needing? Would seem quite strange to travel all the way here just to buy some coats.
Well, no, it's just we forgot to pack them, and it's rather cold out there.
Aye, it's getting close to winter. It's just fall right now, but you should see it when it's snowing and a-blowing.
Anyways, we are... does Vinny speak Dwarvish?
Neither
No,
of them do, I don't
he'll
think.
speak common. So I'm not hearing any of this.
Okay, yeah, I mean, and Cyrus will keep speaking Dwarvish and gesture to Vinny and say, like, we're here on an errand, and he can tell you more about it. Vinny?
Oh, indeed, he replies in common.
Uh,
You're here for an errand.
Well, you see, our friend here is excuse me. Our friend here, Remy Northerly Topsford, is how do you say?
A cultural appreciator?
He very much appreciates the Dwarvish culture, and so we thought, as a gift for his birthday, that we would take him to Degguldaar. And so here we are.
I'm a bit confused. It's your errand to take him here for his birthday.
Well, it was my idea.
Ah, I see. Make a deception check.
Come on.
Okay. Hold on. Give me a second here. I rolled a 22.
Okay.
Oh, 23.
Okay.
Hi. Well, that's strange. We don't get many visitors, tourists, I should say. But have you planned your trip? Do you need any direction?
Really, we are very weary. That path was one that Remington, we lovingly, endearingly call him Remy.
Aye.
It's not because of how short he is. But Remy was aware...
Narrows his eyes at you.
Remy is... it caught rumor of this particular path and thought it would be more adventurous to take this one. Little did we know that half of it is crumbled.
I should have come through the great tunnels.
And through the great tunnels we wish we would have come. But we are very tired and famished, and so we would love inn and a bed and warm food to eat.
Well, I'll put you somewhere in the tunneler's perch if that's all right with you.
If you could also, if you could give us directions, to the Deep King's Mushroom Garden. I've heard that's the finest place to get traditional dwarven fare.
There's a look of disgust that comes over his face for a second before he says, "Aye, that's in the tunneler's perch. I can take you there. Although I will say, there's better fare to be found there."
Oh, I certainly wouldn't turn down your recommendations.
Well, there's some good food at a couple of the taverns and in inns I could suggest in that way. You could go to Flintbeard's Tap House or perhaps the Hearty Hearth. They both have an excellent set of food and spirits and ales. And yeah.
That sounds excellent. I personally am a purveyor of Dwarven ale. and
Flintbeard's Tap House it is. They have a great drink selection.
Excellent. Flat beer. Flat beer?
Flint
Flint beer.
Beard.
Ah, Flint beer. I apologize.
Sorry, I have a bit of an accent speak in common.
Do not apologize. We are guests in your space, and it is me who should acclimate to you.
You honor us. Come, I'll lead you down.
And he starts to walk off down. Instead of down the road, he leads down a stairway that circles around to the northern side of the city, where you come to a residential / kind of market district, with the prominent feature being a insane tunnel in scope, like
big?
like huge.
Like
How big?
I'm imagining like bigger
A lot
than
of
Tyler's
potatoes.
house, like 5 stories
It's
tall.
it's
like
about
a
the
big-
size of 2 of my houses side by side, and about 3 in height.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Nice.
Tyler has a very typical 3-2-1 garage.
Yeah,
It's converted. That's where we are now. So.
we're in the garage playing D&D like
We
80s
are.
nerds.
We are.
Yeah.
We don't have a basement here in Texas, so
We don't.
This
So
is the closest
we
thing.
do garages.
but it is quite massive. You do see what looks to be as you're passing by, a pulley system of some sort with all sorts of wheels, and you see off to the side of one of the wheels a bolted up tube under it. But you pass further into the district, like workers and rabble-rousers and people everywhere. Not quite near the packed-inness of Drasburg, but comparable to the population of Erangel, where people have a purpose. They're going about their day. They're not stopping to necessarily, socialize in the street, but there are people going to drink and unwind in the evening. But he leads you to a tall tavern, seemingly made of wood. Not wood. If any of you would like to make a nature check, you may.
While we're on the way, though, Vinny will say, that tube up there, is that some sort of like delivery system?
The tube is actually coming out of the ground under a wheel.
Oh, okay.
But he says, "Oh no, it's part of the cart system. There's some carts that are attached to the pulleys and chained together that run the length of the tunnels, and that wheel there is powered by a geyser, an underwater, underground
It's
bit of hot water that spurts up."
right, like an upside down waterfall.
Yes, and when that pipe is opened, it turns the wheels, and the wheels and pulleys make the carts go back and forth.
For travel or cargo?
Both. If you have the coin, it's quite expensive.
Excellent. Very, very wonderful ingenuity.
Oh, we use water power a lot down here.
If life gives you
Sensible.
lemons,
What's a lemon?
I've been asking the same thing. I think it's a cross between an orange and some other citrus.
My understanding it's a unit of measurement.
Oh, right.
It's about it's
Is
a
it-
unit of measurement that's
Is it a quarter to potato?
a quarter or 2 potato.
How many fathoms is one potato?
How many fathoms?
Yeah.
Approximately 1,000th.
Okay. What about farthings? Is it a little closer to farthings than?
Well, it's a little closer to. Here, I'll show you. I'll just pull out a potato.
Oh, you mean a tuber?
Yeah.
So,
We grow those.
Good.
Sorry, the translation is a little different.
Yeah.
right. Well, a two potato is two of the tubers, and the common measurement.
And two potatoes long is a lemon.
No.
No, a lemon is about.
A quarter two potato is a lemon.
Folk are crazy.
He leads you down the street to this tall wooden building. If any of you want to make a survival check, you may.
Sure.
I'll do it as well. 21.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a 2. It's a 7.
Liz, this is wood. It's bells.
Mm.
Cyrus, you actually recognize this to be a ancient species of underground mushroom that they have chopped up for wood.
Oh.
But it is kind
That's
of this
pretty cool.
yellowish,
Yeah.
kind of like this table. It's got a kind of a yellowish hue. But he leads you inside to a kind of a large interior space with 2 hearths at either side, crowded tables, and a ruddy, like very short dwarf at the back on the bar, slinging drinks, and he kind of welcomes you. And the captain says,
Well, this is where I leave you. Have a good stay here in Degguldaar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
and he dips out again. But there are crowds and crowds of people around you, drinking and carousing and eating. It seems to be quite a lively atmosphere.
Saunter up to the bar.
He takes a second to look up and says, "Oh, what can I get for?" Looks back down, cleaning a glass, and then looks back up again, does a double take. Oh! I don't know why there's sinister music playing right now.
Oh, evil
He's
bar.
an evil bartender.
And while we're taller than they are, we're not taller by much, a lot of us.
Yeah.
But he's also quite a stout dwarf. But he looks up and goes, "Oh, well, welcome to Degguldaar, I assume.
Thank you.
I'm Flintbeard. This is my establishment.
Are you Flintbeard yourself?
Yeah, can't you tell?
And he pulls a piece of flint out of his beard and flicks it at you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yes.
That's a neat trick.
Okay.
Well,
You
something.
need then room or food or drink? What do you need?
All of the above.
Aye, I can do that.
First, something inky black.
Inky black. You mean like to drink?
Something strong.
I got some bitter bull porter.
Well,
I also got leg gut whiskey, which is a dark brown.
I'll
What do you
have
have
one
in-
of those.
what do you have in the way of wines?
Wine? I got some Dragon's Bite fire wine.
Ooh.
I got a toe biter brandy.
Mmm. You know what? When in Diggleton, I'll have the brandy.
Degguldaar. Remember it.
Yeah.
Pulls a large, ornate, like glass bottle off the shelf that almost is like a big bubble at the bottom, and it quickly thins to a very thin stem, and pours you a glass of very nice port. And he does pour you a glass of dark whiskey.
And as he's about to pour, he would say, actually, where are my manners? I should take your recommendation. This is your establishment. What would you recommend?
I mean, if you're looking for a dark beer, I'd prefer the bitter bull porter. Or if you're looking for something a little more hardy, you could do the Stoutborn's Stout.
I'll take that.
Stoutborns, they've been making good beer for a long time. Longer than I've been alive.
And he pulls a
And you
keg
know
over
what?
with one hand, just rips it over and taps it, and pulls out this dark beer, hands it to you.
I think I'd like one as well.
Oh, what are my manners? Of course. That'll put you all at, let's say 3 gold for the drinks. They're
Kyle.
quite fine.
I'll
on
buy.
me.
I'll buy this round.
No.
I am responsible for our last barrel of wine, which went very, very poorly, and I apologize for that. This one's on me.
Right.
So can I help you to food and rooms as well?
Yes, please, that would be wonderful.
Aye. Well, go on and sit down. I'll bring you something. A plate, I assume.
Yes, please.
All right. He waddles off into the kitchen on the side, and you guys take a seat at the bar. He comes back juggling 2 in each hand, and then 2 on his forearms, kind of just making sure that they stay perfectly balanced. These large plates with very healthy portions of what look to be a giant fire-kissed rutabaga drowned in butter, and on top is cold roasted goat and cheese mixed into it.
So wait, when you say very healthy portion, you mean like Texas as
like
in
big.
Yeah,
Okay, I
like-
was like,
Right.
Not healthy food.
wait,
no,
that doesn't.
drenched in butter.
Okay.
The only kind of healthy I like is a healthy portion.
It is
Okay, I understand.
a very
Sorry.
large portion. And
Sorry.
He sets those down in front of you and
Okay.
waddles back into the kitchen and then brings out on a tray 4 bowls. Bowls as big as your plate of a stew that looks to have mushrooms and some sort of meat in it, maybe boar or deer.
Don't care.
So, all right, eat up. We'll get your room keys.
Thank you, Flintbeard.
Aye.
And as he walks off, where am I taking this package again?
We're supposed to bring it.
Never found out.
Yeah, we're supposed to bring it here. To. Should we just leave it on the ground and?
What's
And
your
walk
passive
away.
perception?
Well,
What's your
I
passive
would-
perception?
10.
10, but
10?
I'll in this, I'll just say, I think I catch where we were supposed to be taking this package.
Did we catch it?
This was your responsibility.
You were the one that had this arrangement.
I assumed that when you said it was Remy's birthday that was part of the secret code for Mokadis' people.
Do you have some
It is
sort of
actually my
way
birthday.
Is it?
Excuse me.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not my birthday. It was a
Okay,
joke.
okay.
Oh.
Oh.
I was going to ask how old you're turning.
As you're turning over the package, you do see a name
That's
scroll
what I was
onto
going to
it.
say, I was going to look at the package and say, well, maybe there's something on it.
It just says Ogrun, Ogrun.
Ogren, I guess?
What do you
couldn't
usually do
even-
in these sort of predicaments?
They couldn't
Well,
even give you
usually
the
I
last
ask where
name.
it's going, and I ask how to get there, and...
Benuthra.
Right, I know, But here we are.
Maybe there's a phone book we could check.
But it's okay, we can just ask around.
Well, for now, let's eat and drink and rest and perhaps deal with that tomorrow. What time is it? We've had a full day, right? We're
Closing in on evening at this
okay.
point.
Well, if you don't mind, I don't like to be caught with these sorts of things for much longer than I would, than is necessary. So maybe we just kind of ask around. We'll ask Flintbeard. He seems to know. It's his establishment. We can at least ask him.
His name is what? Ogren?
Ogren.
Ogrun.
Grim.
Ogren.
Yep. So are you asking Flintbeard?
Yep, just ask. Flintbeard, we are here really just to visit an old friend.
Sure.
Well, it's more of a friend, honestly. Ogren, does that name ring a bell to you, Ogren?
I know several Ogrens.
I thought that might be the case.
Do you know anything about them?
To be honest, like I said, it's a friend of a friend. We were told that if we were coming this way, we should say hello. So,
Maybe someone of status? I know
Ogren Olsir. He's one of the 5.
The 5
Oh, of the curators of the
of
Marble
Degguldaar.
Crest Vault. Well, you got Nossolid Battlespire. She's the head librarian. You got Caldrim Onyx Helm, Chief Curator, Eldiri Flintbreaker, Lore Keeper, Timrin Wayforger, the Lore Seeker, and then you got Ogren Olsir. He's the head sage.
Iliad, I'm certain that that's probably who we're looking for. Our friend seems to be someone of note as well, and it wouldn't surprise me that they would have us seek out.
Oh, he's of note. He's high up in the order.
And the order. Well, this you said Olsia?
Mm-hmm. Olsir.
Olsia.
You'll see why.
Well, where could we find this Ogren?
At the Marble Crest Vault. It's got Nothis there, I believe, in the southern wing.
Can you point us in that direction?
I'm sure you've seen it. It was that
is that
large
the-
building with the glittery,
Yeah. The 3.
the malachite shingles.
Yeah, I kind of looked
Yes.
like a vault. Yeah, so.
It's not a
Not like a vault, but
it's not a treasure vault, if you catch my meaning.
a vault of other types of treasure. Uncommon treasure.
You could call it that.
I respect it. It looked marvelous and caught my attention. So when you said the 5 and the Momocrat, it just seemed like it was all building to something. So excellent. Well, thank you, Flintbeard. I hope that's who we're looking for. I should have been more specific. I just didn't have much knowledge of the culture here and didn't realize that Ogren was a fairly common name.
It's fallen out of style in the last couple hundred years, but yeah, it was the style for a while to name someone Ogren. There was a great Ogren of of our clan, so yeah.
Excellent. And what was Ogren, the great Ogren, known for?
Oh, he was just a storm brewer. He fought back some Dwargar a while ago, as well as what looks to have been some drow interference through use of proxies. But that was a long time ago.
So he's a hero.
I guess.
Excellent. Well, the stout is wonderful. So, you don't brew them here. Do you brew anything here?
Oh, I don't brew anything here. The Stoutborns brew it up in Keg Coralda.
Excellent. Thank you.
So he hands you 4 what look to be kind of like leaden keys. They're not lead because they're not brittle, but they are heavy keys. And leads you down into a hallway below the main floor, into a maze of stone tunnels that seem to be carved, and it leads each of you to a door. Or how many rooms are you renting?
I'd have my own.
Okay.
Absolutely. Not sharing with these boys.
It depends on how big they are. If there's beds for all of us, I'm sure we would just take a single room.
There aren't beds for all of you, but they are quite roomy rooms.
I would make sure we all had a bed.
Okay, and you'll each need a room.
Okay.
But you each are shown into a room that it's more of an apartment. There are 3 rooms, one central room and 2 adjoining ones. One is a bedroom, one's a sitting room, and one seems to be kind of like a smoking room. But there's stone beds sitting in each room. Each of you sit on them, and it kind of has a little bit of give, which is strange for stone, but it is stone. It's just kind of like chalky stone, you think. Something that has a little, it's just a teeny bit of give, but it's not much. You're able to take a long rest if you'd like.
Cyrus is before sitting down on the bed, he's just going to look at the stone bench. Great. But yeah, long rest.
Yeah, I
And
guess we
awake.
take Tucker out.
Awake to the constant din of hammers in the distance as it does not stop through the night. Morning comes, and each of you instinctively wake, though no sunlight penetrates your room. You gather in the main floor of the inn. Compose yourself. Ready for the day? That's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
All right. We made a
Wow.
lot of ground. I made it all the way to
We
Degguldaar.
discovered that we have no idea what to do with the pack.